Welcome back. Camp Hero is a place to provide retreats, hunting, and camping trips, plus outdoor experiences for wounded veterans and first responders. Rocco Bessenyak is here with us now to share more about how Camp Hero came to be. Welcome to the show, Rocco.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I know we were just talking earlier. You are the founder of Camp Hero. You yourself have been through so much already. Can you tell us a little bit about your story and why you decided to create Camp Hero?
Yes. Back, I was in the Navy. I joined the Navy straight out of high school. I became disabled and medically retired, went up from the Navy, and eventually in 2009 I became a police officer for the city of Shepherdsville, just south of Louisville. July 3rd, 2016, I was on a traffic stop and I was attempting to arrest a wanted felon who was in her car, and she ended up flooring it and dragging me about 60 feet. And she ended up running over my legs and I hit the curb with my neck. I ended up with a bunch of spinal injuries and I was forced to medically retire, and I started going through mental health issues, and at one point I was even suicidal. So I was looking for resources for mental health for first responders, and there was absolutely nothing at the time. I relied back on my military mental health, and through the process, I felt like I lost my identity, no longer had a purpose, and so I started getting back in the outdoors, realized how beneficial it was being out in the nature and in the outdoors, and then also bringing other wounded vets and first responders out there with me to fellowship, and we both understood each other. We'd understand each other, so you create that bond again. So in 2019, my wife and I bought 160 acres with a cabin down in Jackson County, Kentucky, and we started Camp Hero. What Camp Hero does is it gives me my purpose again. I felt like, going through therapy, I realized, my identity wasn't of a sailor, my identity wasn't that of a police officer, my identity was that of a servant. And once I realized what my true identity was, then I knew that as long as I'm helping others, I'm able to do what I needed to do. So what Camp Hero does is we host veterans and first responders for pretty much mental health retreats using the outdoors as a nexus. They can hunt, fish, camp, and we also have a nature immersion program that we have going on regularly right now, where veterans and first responders can go to our website and sign up for these, and it's absolutely free. Everything we do is absolutely free for them. They go out there, we have mental health professionals that are working with us during this program, and they get to leave with a list of resources that I didn't have when I needed. So if they ever get to a point where they feel like they need the mental health resources, they'll have a list of vetted first responder and veteran therapists that they know they can trust to talk to.
That is incredible, and I love that you said you found your identity and that's serving other people, and now you've created this amazing camp for so many people like you, and you didn't have those resources, and now you're providing something that you didn't have, and you're also helping yourself through this as well, so that's fantastic. What else does Camp Hero have coming up in the future? We actually have a fundraiser coming up in August 10th. It's our annual American Heroes Bourbon and Barbecue Bash. It's going to be at the Marriott Griffin Gate, and that's going to be, this year we're going to host about 500 people, and you can have all you can eat barbecue with all the sides, bourbon of course, the soft drinks, beer, and you can get the tickets and tables at our website. We're also going to have live auction, silent auction, raffles. We're going to have high-end, hard-to-get bourbon, all the Pappy's, Wellers, and all that stuff. We'll have that there for people to be able to buy or win in raffles. We're going to have over 40 firearms that people can buy or win, and actually Kentucky Gun Company will be there to do the backgrounds and the checks and for the transfers for those. And then a whole bunch of great collectibles and memorabilia that's really hard to get. And it's always a great time because when we're there, I get to tell my story. And then we're also going to have people that went to Camp Hero that they can tell their story and how it helped them. And because a lot of people that aren't actually there don't get to know, they know we do good stuff, but it's different when you actually hear it from people that has experienced it. Yeah, and thank you for coming on to share your experience and how you've been able to help so many others.
Thank you.
And one more time, what is the website people can go to?
The website is campheroky.org.
Okay.
You go on there and just scroll down, you'll see the Bourbon Barbecue Bash, and we're
Perfect.
100% all volunteer nonprofit, so all the money that comes in for that goes directly to the program.
Great. Well, Rocco, thank you for coming on the show and telling us all about this. And
Thanks.
again, make sure y'all stay with us. We have more Good Afternoon Kentucky coming up after this break.